Today I'm going to show you how to make these amazing rainbow bagels. They look absolutely delicious on the plate. They are fun to do, especially with children, and they are cooked to perfection. So let's have a look together on this recipe. And remember, all the ingredients I'm using in my recipe, I always list in the description just below, so please have a look. In a bowl, I've got 375 grams of strong white flour. I'm going to make little well inside and add 1 teaspoon of fast-acting yeast. I'm going to cover this, and now I can add my salt and sugar. So I need 2 teaspoons of caster sugar, just 2 teaspoons, and also 1 teaspoon of just fine salt. I'm going to add next some water. The water is warm, lukewarm, 240 ml. I'm going to mix this in my food processor until I might have like a dough consistency. You can also do this by hand. I just found it much easier to start this off with the hook attachment. I kneaded the dough with the machine for approximately 8 minutes. Now I'm going to put it on a slightly floured work surface. I'm just going to work this by hand for approximately a couple of minutes. Make sure you stretch it nicely so we develop the gluten. When the dough is nice and stretchy, the next step we have to weigh it. Let's have a look. So I've got exactly 635 grams. We're going to divide this into 5 the same portion, which will give us approximately 126 grams each. And then each portion we're going to color different color. So I will have 5 portions of the dough and I've got 5 different colors. I'm using today yellow, red, blue, orange and green. And I'm going to color each portion with different color, and I will start with the lightest one. And of course I'm going to wear gloves because I don't want to color my hands. So I'm going to measure exactly 126 grams. Which is just there, 127, I will do. And do this until you have nice 5 equal portions. Place your dough on a work surface and cover with very slight damp tea towel. And now we're going to work with one piece at a time. So to this piece, I'm going to add a bit of yellow food coloring, maybe this much to start with. And now I'm going to work this with my hands. Make sure that the pastry or the dough has got nice bright color. And as you can see, I'm using gloves so I don't color my hands, and I've also put this underneath so I don't color my work surface. So let's continue this until we're happy with the color. I found that the easiest way to color the dough actually is in your hands rather than on the work surface, because you can really work it nicely. I'm really happy with the color. So now just roll it. We're going to put this in a slightly greased bowl. And we're going to cover this with cling film, and we're going to continue with the rest 4 pieces of the dough and different colors. My dough is ready now. I've colored every single part and I'm very happy how they turn out. Now I'm going to leave them for at least an hour until they double in size. After about 1.5 hours, you can see that the dough has doubled in size. So now I'm going to start rolling it. I will start with the red dough first, a little bit of flour on the work surface. Let's put the dough, and we're going to roll this out with a rolling pin to approximately 20 by 12 centimeter rectangle. And to do this, actually I've got my measuring tape ready. So let's make this nice and even. When you're happy with the shape of the red, we're going to put this to one side and we're going to the orange next. Exactly the same thing. Now we're going to place the orange dough onto the red one, and you can also stretch the dough just so it's nice and equal and level. And now we're going to continue with the rest. I've tried to do this as neatly as I could, and you can see all the colors are just there. Now I'm going to cut this lengthwise for 6 equal pieces, which will be approximately 2 centimeters in thickness. Now simply just use a knife and just cut it long ways and try to do it as neatly as you can. We're going to take each piece and we're going just to twist this both hands, just all the way like this. And we want to have the length of 26 centimeters. That's why I'm using the roller just there, or the tape measure. And now I'm going to join the ends together to make a nice circle. And just the end again, I'm going to twist it so it all joins together. Otherwise, it might actually split when we put it in the hot water. Just like that. Make it nice and round as possible. And now we will transfer this into our lined baking tray. And we're going to continue until we do all the 6 bagels. I've made exactly 6 bagels. I'm going just to cover them very loosely with a clean tea towel. And I'm going to leave them to rise for approximately 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we're going to have a pan full of boiling water. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda to this water. And now we're going to add our lovely slightly risen bagels, one at a time. And I'm going to cook them or boil them for approximately 30 seconds on each side, no longer than 30 seconds. So very gently, let's place the bagels into the water. And let's start timing 30 seconds. After boiling, we're going to put the bagels in the oven for approximately 25 minutes, 180 degrees fan oven. Make sure you cool the bagels on the wire rack before you serve them and have a look. They look absolutely perfect. I love making them. I hope you will also. Feel free to comment on my channel just below and remember to subscribe and enjoy baking.